was removed from the Fortnite item shop before we got the chance to buy it, a new version of the Loot Llama could be coming, and I guarantee you guys haven't seen these default skins before. Someone managed to get the earliest version of Fortnite ever from 2014, and we can see the original pickaxe swinging, the oldest version of the Zapatron, and even the city Tilted Towers was based on. This is literally the earliest leak of all time, but the oldest unreleased leak skin in Battle Royale's history is the Gemini skin. It was found in the game files by data miners all the way back in Chapter 1 of Season 8, but it never made it to the item shop. When Astro Assassin was released in Season X, everyone figured we probably would never see Gemini again, but then Fortnite actually added it to the game files again in Chapter 3 Season 4. So now with Easter coming up, this is my last hope that we'll finally be able to get our hands on this skin. A skin we have no hope of getting anymore though is the Brilliant Bomber skin, since Fortnite just released Bright Star, which looks pretty similar. Brilliant Bomber was going to be a reward for the annual pass along with Astra and Bash, but it ended up being replaced by the Fortnite crew. She was actually seen on the promotional image for Rainbow Royale and on the box art for the Nerf 6 shooter, but that will probably be the extent of her public release. Another long lost item Fortnite will probably never release is this off-roading dune buggy vehicle that was only spotted in the Chapter 2 Season 3 trailer. Remember, cars weren't even drivable until later on in that season, so the first car that was teased to us we never even actually got to use. It's also unfortunate because this would have been the perfect season for the battle jet ski to come out. Like, I think we can all agree this would be cooler than the boats, but considering they did release the concept art for it, I doubt we'll ever see this thing release either. Something I guarantee we won't ever see back is the alternate music for the default dance. I remember this variant that was removed, but I never knew there was different music for every hero type in Save the World. So did any of you guys know about the constructor variant? I never heard this version, and I can see why because it's definitely the goofiest. Another emote you probably never knew about is the cryptography emote. It was meant to be an icon series emote, and we don't even know what the dance actually looks like because there was only this icon in the files along with the music that was supposed to go with it. It's an unreleased song named AM to PM by Migos and DaBaby, and apparently it got scrapped because DaBaby got himself canceled right before it was meant to release. Now that the Migos has officially separated, I don't think there's a chance this ever releases, unfortunately. However, since the original supply drop that we've had for over 5 years got vaulted for the first time this season, there is a chance we get to see the original prototype replace it in the future. It has a much more futuristic design and would be an awesome update. This particular version was a supply drop that you'd be able to call in yourself, so maybe we'll get that functionality as well. Loot llamas are still on the island, of course, but how cool would it be to get the original version at some point? He sounds like he was kind of getting bullied in this clip, so maybe it's time he gets some upgrades where he can actually fight back and get some revenge. And you guys may remember in one of my previous videos, I mentioned that the cameo needs loot emoticon is actually one of the rarest cosmetics in Fortnite because only 15 people in the world have it. To unlock it, you had to win the lantography contest last year, and believe it or not, they actually just brought it back. There's a blog post that says, join the celebration by sharing your best screenshot featuring the in-game lanterns that are going to be hanging around the BR Island. To enter the contest, follow us on Twitter and share your best screenshot using Lantography Contest 2023. The top 15 submissions will receive the Cameo Needs Loot emoticon. You can only submit between now and March 30th at 4 p.m. Eastern, so you guys need to get on it ASAP. This is your chance to get one of the rarest cosmetics in Fortnite history, and I might even make a submission myself. One of the rarest Fortnite cosmetics outside of the video game, though, has to be one of these new Fortnite X Kemper snowboards. They cost a whopping $575, and no, you don't get any bonus in-game items either. I thought the $600 Fortnite secret chair was bad, but at least that would give you the chipset weapon wrap. When this chair came out in September of 2022, the wrap had only been released in the item shop once before, so it was kind of rare, but then Fortnite ended up releasing it in the item shop again just a few months later in December. I feel like that was pretty savage of Fortnite to do, so I hope none of you guys bought this chair for this wrap. But speaking of savage, could you imagine having a metal teddy bear with guns as an item in Fortnite? Well, it turns out that this feature isn't just concept art, because it was actually available in-game in Save the World, and I just found out. It kind of blows my mind that Fortnite has all these awesome features, yet they never bring them to Battle Royale. There was another weapon called the Hammer Crush that was actually specially made for Battle Royale, but even that didn't get officially released. Since some people still have the models for these unreleased weapons, I wonder how Fortnite would react to people using them in their Creative 2.0 islands. They just told us that we can't recreate the maps from older seasons, but weapons seem like such a smaller part of the whole gameplay experience, so I wonder what they're gonna do. Another example of this potential issue would be with the police cars. They were removed from the game before cars even became drivable, and everyone thought they might be coming to Battle Royale since they added them back to the files in Chapter 3, but it just never happened. Obviously, people would love to utilize them on their own maps with Creative 2.0, but unfortunately, I'm thinking they would not allow it. As UEFN enables us more freedom to add more features, it will be interesting to see what Fortnite allows us to create. Fortnite has even had to limit themselves though in order to maintain their T for Teen rating. The brand new kinetic blade weapon is heavily inspired by Demon Slayer, but since there's intense violence in the show, it prevented Fortnite from including small intricate details that would make it too realistic. Attack on Titan is a pretty violent show too, and thankfully it didn't completely prevent this crossover, so there is hope we will at least see some characters from popular animes such as Demon Slayer show up in the item shop still. Now, if you guys have been paying close attention this season, you've probably seen the theories of the giant mountain by Mega City actually being a volcano that will eventually erupt. A detail that supports this theory is that the season themes of Chapter 4 are starting to look like the same ones as Chapter 1, but in reverse order. In Chapter 1 Season X, we had rift zones with random places popping up around the map, and then in Chapter 4 of Season 1, we had a bunch of different areas appear through rifts and merge together. In Chapter 1 of Season 9, we had a futuristic season with Mega Mall and Neo Tilted showing up, and then now in Chapter 4 of Season 2, we have a futuristic theme with Mega City. So now if we continue this trend and we look at Chapter 1 of Season 8, that is when we had the volcano erupt on the island that destroyed Tilted Towers. So could something similar happen in Chapter 4 of Season 3? And another weird coincidence is that one of the main Fortnite concept artists just posted his Fortnite lava concept that was used for Chapter 1 of Season 8. Fortnite could just be messing with us because we know they love to do that, but I definitely think there's a strong possibility of it happening. Something we can look forward to though is this version of Meowscles. We all suspected he might come since he has posters around the map now, but data miners can now pretty much confirm it because there's a skin in the files with the codename Buff Cat Cruise. We'll likely have to wait until around June when it's summertime for it to release, but I'm just glad it's happening. It would be cool to see the Big Poppy item released during summer too, since it's a giant inflatable beach ball, but obviously since this has been unreleased for years now, it is pretty unlikely. So drop a like guys if you learned something new, and definitely check out this video if you missed it.